It's the same thing. So when they're talking about using linear combination, you can do the elimination method. You should come to the same answer either way. That being said, let's jump into the fun and let's do some examples. So the first example we have here, it says, how do you solve each equation using linear combinations? So we're going to go ahead, and the example is 4x plus 3y equals 24, and 3x plus y equals -2. So basically, solve for x, solve for y, okay? That's what we're trying to find out. Now, as I told you guys before, which variable looks easier to work with? The x's with 4 and 3, or the y's with 3 and 1? This one should be easier to work with right here, the y's, okay? So what we're actually going to do is, since this is +3, we want to multiply this y here, or this whole side actually. We want to multiply it by something that will cancel out a +3. So what's the opposite of +3? -3. So we're going to go ahead and multiply the entire bottom equation by -3. And that was a question I got a lot of, is how do you know what number to pick? That depends on what you're trying to cancel. And in this case, we're trying to cancel this one here. So I'm going to multiply by -3. Let me erase that too. Oops. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and distribute here, here, times -3, multiply here. So -3 times 3x is -9x, and -3 times 1y is going to be -3y equals -2 times -3 is +6. Okay? So what I'm going to do this time is I'm actually going to erase the middle equation now, because we don't need it anymore. Make it disappear really quick. Magic. Okay. So now we can do the math. Now we did the transformation, and now we just add top down. So 4 plus -9 will give you -5x, and +3y take away 3y will give you 0 equals 24 plus 6 is 30. Okay? So let's go ahead and just rewrite this, because I hate to get rid of this. Actually, I don't hate it. I like to get rid of the 0. And I like it to look nicer than this. So -5x equals 30. Okay? Now we're going to just solve for x. So we're going to divide by -5. Divide by -5. Cancel. X equals 30 divided by -5 is -6. And there's your x. -6. Now, we have one variable, so we need to solve for y. So let's go ahead and plug this value in for this x right there. And then we're going to solve for y. Okay? So 4x plus 3y equals 24. 4x plus 3y equals 24. All I did was take the top equation here. I took that equation and just rewrote it down here. That's all I did. Nothing special. But now I'm going to plug this value in for x. Okay? So I'm going to rewrite it. 4 parentheses, and just plug in -6. -6 plus 3y equals 24. 4 times -6 is -24 plus 3y equals 24. And again, we're just going to solve for the variable y. So let's go ahead and move everything over. Add 24 to both sides. And you're going to be left with 3y equals 24 plus 24 is 48. Okay? And now we're going to go ahead and divide by 3 to both sides. Okay? 3 over 3 is 1. So y equals 48 divided by 3, 16. Okay? So now we have both our x and our y. So let's go ahead and move this around. Oh, a little messy. And there's our answer, x and y. Now, to write this in like a solution set, kind of like if you were going to graph it, you would write this parentheses, the x goes first, so it's always parentheses x comma y. So in this case, it'll be parentheses -6 comma 16. I hope you can't hear that cricket. There's a cricket somewhere. I can't find it. Sorry. Okay, so there's the first example. Okay, we'll go ahead and do a second example. And the second example is, it's going to be the same type of problem, just with different numbers. So let's go ahead and try it out. 3x plus 5y equals 17, and 2x plus 3y equals 11. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Oh, I did something. Oh, we'll see. Okay. Now, well, I'll just keep going. So we need to find a variable to eliminate. We're either going to eliminate x's or y's. Now this is kind of tricky because neither of them are nice numbers. So here's the trick to doing these. You're gonna, and I'll do it in red here. I'm gonna pick the x's, okay? You know you're gonna multiply all sides, right? Let me move this one too. Okay? You're gonna multiply every side. So since we're working with these numbers here, I'm gonna multiply the top one by 2, the bottom one by 3. But here's the trick. Remember that one of them needs to be negative in order for them to cancel. So I'm going to go ahead and just make the 2 negative. The 2 negative. Okay, and we're going to see if this will work. So one at a time, distribute. And I'm going to make that up here. Distribute. And let's rewrite these as -2 times 3 is -6x, -2 times 5, -10 y equals negative 2 times 17 is negative 34. Now we're going to do the bottom equation. 3 times 2 is 6x. 3 times 3 is plus 9y equals 3 times 11. I'm sorry, guys. 3 times 11 is 33. And now we're just going to add across. Or I'm sorry, top down. I keep saying that. Okay, so again, that's a tricky concept. So you may want to have to go back and see what I did, okay? But I only focused on these numbers here, on the x's. And as you can see, now they're going to cancel. Negative 6 plus 6 is 0. Negative 10y plus 9y is negative 1y equals negative 34 plus 33 is negative 1. Pretty easy. Negative 1 divided by negative 1. Y equals positive 1, because a negative divided by negative is a positive. So there's our y. And just like before, let's plug it back in. Let's plug it into the bottom equation this time, okay? So we're going to plug this in right there. So we have 6x plus 9 parentheses times 1 equals 33. And now we're going to go ahead and just solve it. 6x plus 9 equals 33. Subtract 9 to both sides. Subtract 9. 6x equals 33. Take away 9. I don't know. 24, 6. I think it's 24. If I'm wrong, sorry guys. Correct me in class. Divide by 6. Divide by 6. Whoa. X equals 4. So here are your answers. X equals 4 and Y equals 1. And let's make a copy of this one here. Copy. Here, paste. There's our answers. And in a point, remember it's x comma y, it's going to be 4 comma 1. Okay? And that's both examples. Again, they in the book it constantly references this as linear combinations, but it's the same thing as the elimination method, okay? You're still ultimately solving for x and y. And again, here is the most confusing part, okay? But I think you guys can get it. I know it looks sloppy right here, but you'll get it. And on the other problem, where was it? I think it was right here. Okay? Alright. That's it. Deuces.